Okay, what's up guys? I'm installing a hog feeder, or a hog pipe, a lot of people call them. And it's pretty simple. You take a stake, you can see that or not, you take a stake right here, and you drive it in the ground. That's about a 3-foot long stake. Okay? Now judging how long you want your chain to be, I don't want mine that long because of the space that I have to work with here. But things you're going to need to make this hog pipe is a chain, a carabiner, another carabiner, so 2 carabiners, and you're going to need a heavy-duty dog leash thing with a swivel on it, because this pipe's going to roll. That's the whole thing that makes her work. Alright, in your pipe, you got a 4-inch pipe. You're going to drill little holes in the sides, and then you want to screw off a little cap here like this. Like that right there. And then you want a bag of corn. And I bring this to tighten the cap on real good. And then what you're going to do is you're going to dump some of the corn into the feeder. And then lay it down. The hogs are going to roll the pipe around. It spits corn out as they root it around. And you come back and refill it every couple of days for like 2 weeks. And then they'll be used to it. Only refill it during the day. That helps bring them back into the day and not allow them to go nocturnal. Well, while I'm out here in the field, I don't just place that thing anywhere. I have walked this entire 15-acre mango field hundreds of times, and I've found this path, hog trail, and this hog trail just goes all the way to the other side of the field, across the road, and into their bedding area, which is out of the field. They wake up about an hour and a half before dark, maybe an hour, and they head into this field. They come right through this trail, and they go out of this field into the palm field next to it, probably across the main highway and to the other side of the island. They're eating food all along the way. Now, a couple of signs. Number one, I found fresh poop. It wasn't hot, but it wasn't freezing cold either. And it was just about 100 yards that direction. Fresh poop. There's tracks all in this trail, hundreds of them. And a big sign to know that the pigs are there, they're happy. I went ahead and left my arrow here just so I could find it again. You see this mud? There's mud all over this tree. I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's just mud all over, and this is a scrape. What they do is they get mud on them, and then they scrape across the tree, and that indicates that they're happy. When you see them scraping like that, that indicates that the pigs are in, they feel comfortable here. They're scratching their back, basically. They're happy. So that right there, that tree right there has got mud scrape all over it. That's a really good indicator. That means that they're here and they're happy, and that they have no idea that I'm out here hunting them. I came here about a month ago and hunted them. You can see hog tracks right there. There's goose. Came here about a month ago and hunted them. Saw them a couple times and got skunked. That was on the far end of the field. Now I'm setting up my feeder way over there on that end. And I think it's a little better. I've got an opportunity for a ground blind with that tall grass on this side in case the wind's coming from the south. I've got an opportunity to be up in a tree 15 yards to the south if the wind's coming from the north. But yeah, this hog trail, it's their main highway, and it goes all the way through this 15-acre field, and you can just see all the prints. I mean, there's just hog tracks everywhere. I mean, I know they're just everywhere. Look at them all. That's hundreds, hundreds of them just right here. I mean, looky there. That's a good one. So anyway, I followed it. I know that that's a main highway. I found mud scrapes. Here's another little bit of mud scraping right there, actually. Anytime you find a tree with some dirt on it, on the side of it in one spot, that's mud scrape. And that's from the hogs scraping their bodies up against it scratching their backs. Excuse this arrow, this is not the arrow I hunt with. This is for squirrels or rabbits. I usually bring one of these along. It's a true Indian bird point, and it's just for small game. It doesn't even really stab them as much as it knocks them down. It's just a couple of nails tic-tac-toed. I think I made a video about that before, but my hunting arrows are flint knapped arrowheads of chert. But anyways, so yeah, this is me scouting out here on this property. If you notice, hogs like to be close enough to run away. So I'm setting the feeder up close enough to this tall grass right here. And that's waist high, almost chest high. It is chest high in some spots. And I'm setting the feeder up close to that. So if they want to, when I shoot them, they're going to bail and run right into there. But they're probably not going to go real far because it's good hiding. And it's only about 100 yards. So they don't need to run for a mile to get away through real thick stuff. I'd rather walk through sawgrass chest high than pepper trees and palm trees, and you know, possibly have to go on someone else's property to get them. Judging from the, I mean, look at that. I mean, some of these pigs are big out here. This is a wallering pit. You can see it right there. That's one of their wallering pits, and it's right along the main highway. As we come up through here. Now, if you can see where my feeder is, that white pipe right there, I've strategically placed it in a spot, like I said earlier. To the north of it, I got that sawgrass, and it's about 20 yards to the sawgrass, which is a great area for me to hide in. This is great cover right here. I can get down in this stuff, and I can be staring right over there at that feeder. And if the wind's coming from the north, then I can sit right over there in that tree 15 yards past it that direction. And there's a tree right there I can get up in. I don't have to be high, just 6 feet off the ground. And I can shoot that pig from that tree right there. Anyway, guys, I'll get back to you in a second with the feeder and everything in the next chapter. I'm gonna fill this sucker full of corn and get ready. You guys have a good one.